Welcome back. We were working on the last exercise for conditional sentences or F clauses. And again, I would like to remind you of the rules, the basic three rules that I showed it to you before. I'm going to go over them one more time here. So the situation here, the chart that I'm showing you, if the situation is possible in the present or future time, then in the if clause, you use simple present tense. In the result clause, you use will plus the verb simple form. It is an example. If I have time, I will watch TV tomorrow. That's a possible situation. If situation is possible, then you could just do that. For example, you can change I to somebody else. They said, if my brother has time, he will watch TV tomorrow. If my sister has time, she will go shopping, for example. Everything is possible in the future. So if it's a future possible situation, I cannot say everything, most of the things. So if something is very possible in the future, you use what? In the if clause. This part, if I have time. That's called if clause because this is a clause. This is a dependent clause. Because it starts with if, you call it if clause. If I have time, see, have its present tense, I will watch TV tomorrow. If the verb is to be, like is, am, are, like if you say, if I'm at home tomorrow, I will call you. If I am at home, you say, if I am. If you say, Anwar John, you say, if Anwar John is at home tomorrow, he will call you. So you use is or am or are. Or if it is possible, you use that. And on the other side, on the independent part or the result clause, you use will plus verb simple form. I will watch TV. If I am home tomorrow, I'll watch TV. If I have time tomorrow, I'll watch TV. So that's possible. Now, with the possible, it's not confusing. When it is impossible, it becomes a little bit confusing. Why? Because we change the tense. So if the situation is impossible, I wrote it untrue, impossible, in the present time or in the future time, you use past tense instead of present or future, and you use would, not will, plus the verb simple form. For example, if I had time. See, when we say had, usually people think of past. But with if clause, had means now. Okay? So the time goes one time past. So if I had time now, I would watch TV. If I had time now, I would go shopping. If you use to be verb, is, am, are, you use the past form for all of them for the present time is were. So if I say what? If I were at home now, I would watch TV. If I were, I cannot say if I was. I need to say if I were. It's just that's how the grammar of English dictates. Okay? If I had time, if I were at home, you use it that way. Then would plus simple form. I would watch. See, would, and then watch is simple form. So again, use past tense for present time, which is impossible. Now, if something was impossible in the past, nothing happened because it was impossible, you use past perfect tense. Past perfect means what? You use had plus the verb past participle form. We studied the perfect tenses in the past. So you say, if I had had time, I would have watched TV. Now, if you don't want to use the word had, you have, so you could use the verb like go. So you would say, if I had gone to Afghanistan last month, I would have visited Kabul University. If I had gone means what? I did not go. So for past, you use past perfect. For present, you use simple past. For future, you use present tense. The only difference is what? For the present, for future, the thing is possible. For present time and past, It's impossible. Now, let's do this exercise and think of these 3 rules as we do this exercise. If Sima has enough apples, she bake an apple pie tomorrow. Now, I want you to come up with the correct form here. Do you say, Sima will bake an apple pie? Sima would bake an apple pie? Or Sima would have baked an apple pie? Which one is the correct answer? Which of these 3 variation is possible here? You need to look at both sides of the sentence. If Sima has enough apples, she apple pie tomorrow. So for tomorrow, everything is possible. So you say what? If Sima has enough apple, she will bake an apple pie. Possible that she looks at the apple and says, let's make apple pie. It's possible that it will happen. Why? Because this side of the sentence is what? Present tense. The other side, the expectation is that it should be what? Future. I should mention that this structure is almost in every English test, like TOEFL test, Michigan test. So there's so many English tests that students have to take, and the conditional sentences are always there. 10, 15 questions are about conditional sentences. So you need to prepare yourself. Sentence number 2. If Jim had enough apples, he bake an apple pie now. Now, which one will you say? If Jim, the name of a person, had enough apples, he bake apple pies now. What do you say? You will bake apple pies now? He is baking apple pie now? You would bake apple pie now? Or you would have baked apple pie now? Which one is the correct answer? But you need to look at both sides of the sentence. See, here we said if Sima has, she will. If Jim had, you say what? You would bake an apple pie. See, the present form of has goes with the present form of will. And here, the past had goes with would. Means what? In the first situation, if Sima has enough apple pies, means what? It's possible that she will have, and it's possible that she will bake an apple pie, and it is possible that you will get some apple pie. In the second situation, if Jim had enough apples, means he doesn't have enough apple, he would bake an apple pie. Nothing is going to happen. He's not going to make apple pie. Don't expect any apple pies today. There is no apple pie because he doesn't have enough apples.